going on, y'all? This your man Kenn Starr, aka Ken of Cole, and you're now rocking to the sounds of Supreme Jeans Radio.
Supreme Jeans Radio.
Supreme Jeans. Oh yeah. Supreme Jeans Radio.
Representing that real hip hop shit.
Rock on my girl Steph on Supreme Jeans Radio, baby.
This is Steph from Supreme Jeans Radio, and we're going to chop it up a little with Kenn Starr.
My mindset readjusted. Rhyme vet didn't need a budget.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Toronto.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
You know, glad to be back after such a long time, such a long hiatus.
When was the last time you were in Toronto?
It's been at least a decade. I want to say it's been 11 years since I've been up top, man. Yeah, it's been a minute, but feels good to be back. It's just as dope as I remember. And,
it's good to have you back.
Yeah.
Before we get into Square One, the album,
No doubt.
I just want to take a little bit of a history lesson for those that don't know. I first became familiar with your content when you were part of the rap duo with Sean Bourne, Isaac Jones.
No doubt.
Yes,
Shout out to
no
Sean
doubt.
Bourne.
Was that your first intro into the industry, or were you doing things underground or some other stuff before that?
Around the time me and Sean first started working was, right around the time where like the industry stuff started to kick off. When I first signed with Halftooth Records, the label that put out Star Status, that was all around the same time, like around 2003, 2004. Yeah.
So that was were you doing any underground stuff and stage stuff before that, or was that?
Regular cutting demos, trying to get on local radio and all that, like just hustling, and came across a great opportunity that kind of snowballed into something bigger, so.
And you're also part of a collective, very talented group of MCs, producers, DJs. And I'm talking about the Low Budget crew.
Low budget.
Yeah. Low budget. Been a long time coming. Worth the wait.
How did you all come together, and what's your vision?
Just being from the greater DC area, you know what I'm saying? There weren't as many artists doing our style of hip hop. So, as we kind of individually ran into each other and saw that we were like-minded, making the same kind of music, we just kind of naturally clicked up. Shout out to Peter Rosenberg. I think he was one of the people to help connect the dots between all the people in the crew. You know what I'm saying? His radio show up at University of Maryland back in the day. But it just all kind of came together organically, and we've been rocking out since like 2000, 2001.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Who's all part of it? I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah, wow.
It's a big group.
Myself, Sean Bourne, Cambridge, Quartermain, Kev Brown, DJ Marshall Law, Caliber, Early Reed. It's a lot of cats.
It's a lot.
Man.
You did good.
Rosenberg, shout, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a lot. Yeah.
Now I want to touch on your style a little bit. I think poetically your lyrics are dope. Your flow is crazy, like the breath control. I've always wondered if that's something that you always had from time, or did you practice it, and then your lyrics are they're very, very clever, educational, and where does that style come from?
Definitely from the influence of the cats that I came up on in like my formative years as an MC. Early on I started with, Native Tongue type, Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders was the first record I ever purchased, so like that was kind of the jump for me, that and Souls of Mischief, 93 to Infinity, so it was kind of my lane, my golden era, you know what I'm saying? And then like later on getting into cats like Pharaoh and Mos, Kweli, like cats that were really sharp with the bars, like I always gravitated towards that, and it's something I was kind of good at, so that kind of became my bread and butter quick.
Now let's talk a bit about Star Status.
Yeah.
That dropped in 2006, I believe.
Yeah, 06.
I thought personally it had 16 solid joints of real good hip-hop content. I know it was kind of met with some mixed reviews. Some thought it was kind of monotone. To me, it kind of evoked a Ninth Wonder type of vibe.
Okay.
With the lush beats, and then over your voice, because you have such an ill voice, and the way the lyrics flowed, and you had a lot of life experience in that as well. The whole talk about battle rap. Was that your vision? Were you trying to kind of do a Ninth Wonder type of vibe, or what was
that
your
was
vision?
just more so the sound that I was around at the time. I've always been fortunate enough to be around a lot of dope cats musically. Producers, no exception. Just within like the crew, you know, I had a lot of amazing contributions from Oddisee on the record, Kev Brown, of course. But also at the time, you know, Ill Mind, Crisis, like I just, you know, M Phases, like it was just a good time. Like I had access to a lot of dope people that helped me make a dope record. So, yeah.
Now, you disappeared for a while after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know myself, because I'm a fan as well, and you know, you'd read the blogs and everybody wonder where Kenn went.
Right.
And then you kind of surfaced again. We heard a bit about you in 2010, but then you kind of disappeared again.
A little bit again, yeah.
Why the long, I think it's been like 9 years, hiatus between that and Square One?
Yeah, just real life, man. You know, taking a little time off, and then when I did finally step back in and got a new label situation, you know, started doing some things with Mellow Music Group. Even then, you know, with a couple of false starts with the project that we were working on, and you know, next thing you look up, it's been a stretch. It's been like almost a decade, but that's why I'm really appreciative of people welcoming me back with open arms, because you know, a lot of people don't get the opportunity to come back after that long of a hiatus and, you know, just fall right back into it. And you know, people have been so receptive to the new music and me just being back in the mix of things. So, you know, I feel very blessed in that regard.
And we're gonna go right into Square One. Where did the title come from?
You know, it was very literal. Like I took it back to square one, went back to the drawing board, and did what I felt like would be a dope project for the people.
Now, speaking of production, you've done a lot of stuff with Kev Brown, and you guys have this chemistry together, and it just works. And then now you have Black Milk on the production as well.
All it took was some blunt and some bill to get my brothers to build. They said they wanted that real, my team on.
Was that something that did you seek out Black Milk, or how did you even link up with him to bring him on this project?
Actually, some years back, Mellow Music Group had the idea of us doing a collaborative project. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out, but we were still able to secure some production from him for the project. So, you know, I still haven't had a chance to work with him personally. I'm still looking forward to that. Hopefully we can make that happen at some point in the future. But, you know, he gave 3 very solid, you know, contributions to the record. A lot of people's favorite records on there. So, yeah, shout out to Black Milk.
This album, to me, it evoked a feeling of a lot of personal experience. Particularly, like, my favorite track is Farewell. Wow. And the first time I heard that track, I actually got goosebumps, and I heard it again, and I got teary-eyed. Like the whole loss of a child and what that does with your struggle for religion for that.
Yeah, it's real.
And then the whole cigarettes and whiskey, and then just the challenges, and kind of recognizing that everybody has a bit of challenges and demons. Was this a lot of personal history for you, or did you take someone else's?
Nah, I've never really been the type to kind of take the experiences of those around me and kind of incorporate it into the music. Like, Square One is like everything I'm talking about on there is like, it's honest records. Like, just different things I've been going through. Like, with the hiatus as long as I went through, you know, I thought it was only fair to kind of be honest about my headspace during that time and just touch on some of the things, you know, that was kind of going on. But, you know, I think that's something that people can always relate to, you know, when you're just being honest. Even going back to Star Status, you know, a lot of people's favorite records weren't like the, you know, the rapidy rap, get busy records. They were the more, you know, the songs that had the more personal content. So that's definitely something I wanted to bring to the new project as well.
And I was telling you last night at your performance in Toronto, I think the one verse, and I wondered how your peers may take it, and I think you know where I'm going with this, because it is a very bold statement.
Find competition, you would have to dig a hole, open the ground and make a dead rapper open his mouth. Let's take it back to square one.
And when I heard that, I was like, damn.
I mean,
and you earned it. Did you face any criticism for coming out with such a bold statement?
Nah, I think people kind of used to me kind of talking my talk, like as far as what I say on the records. But I hope that people who know me personally, who had a chance to interact with me, know I try to carry myself in a humble way. You know, I think I got a good grip on where I am, you know, as an artist, and you know, just in the industry, just trying to do this music thing. But I know what I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? I think that's part of what makes me good at it is the confidence I bring to that particular aspect of it. So yeah, when it comes to the bars, I'm gonna talk my 1-2 thing. I'm gonna talk my trash. But
that was great
yeah,
bars.
I'm trying to make it true. You know, I talk it on record and then I try to make it true.
Now let's get it back in perspective. I came right back like I left it. The message that I implore you, the man standing before you will broil you. So expect a step to the exit. Young, fresh, the death state. Fly than a Jetson, the Elroy Jetson. Fire on my breath like I'm Hellboy's stepson. Flame throwing you lanes, knowing the names. So they slow when they roll like driving in the snow or the rain.
What's your inspiration to keep striving to be the artist that you are and even better?
Just the passion for the music and my brothers that I do music with, man. Seeing everybody else, you know, push the envelope and just try to make the best music that they can, you know, being around that. And, you know, just knowing I got an opportunity that a lot of people would kill for, you know, I owe it to myself to give it everything I got to give people that quality product, you know.
Now, I know Square One just dropped this year, and we're just into the first quarter. Are we still gonna hear where you're not gonna take another 10-year hiatus?
Nah, definitely not. Like the main thing is keeping the momentum going, and just consistent output. Like, I definitely have no intentions of taking any type of hiatus near like between Star Status and Square One. So I'm back. I'm here. The music is coming. So, you know, stay tuned.
And I just want to again thank you for taking the time. I know it's your day off before you hit Hamilton.
Yeah, we got Hamilton tomorrow night. Excited about that.
You just did Toronto. And again, like I said, it speaks volumes to your character to take the time to sit out with us on your day off. I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. It's been a wonderful opportunity. Good folks, you know what I mean?
And I just want to tell everyone, go to Square One, get the digital format, iTunes, support it. It's a dope album.
All right.
All right. This is Steph from Supreme Jeans Radio, and we're signing off with Kenn Starr.
What's going on, y'all? It's your man Kenn Starr, and you're now locked in. What are you locked into?
Supreme Jeans Radio.